The Battery is a really special section this year. We are just really locked in all the time. It's a great group of people. The vibe is always great.
This is my second year with Phantom Regiment and also my age out, and many of us are vets, so I spent last season with majority of the people that are in the Battery. But there have been some new faces too, and they have been awesome. This is the most positive environment that I have ever marched in, and I feel like I have a personal connection to every single person in the Battery. Honestly, all of percussion.
As a section leader, it's very easy for me to get in the weeds about these things and be very particular and get kind of anal about the interpersonal relationships and stuff. But honestly, I've had 0 complaints this year. It's been everybody's been getting along, and I think the biggest thing is we established a consensus on what we wanted the culture to be before we got here. So we had a lot of in-depth discussions about the kind of etiquette we wanted to practice during rehearsal and how we want to talk to each other off the field and stuff. And I think a lot of that is just culminated in us really just enjoying our summer more, which kind of has one of those infinite feedback loops into you're having more fun and you're playing better, and because you're playing better, you're having more fun. And it's just been very conducive to both a competitively successful year and also just being able to enjoy that while we're doing it. So.
I've met some of my best friends that I'm going to remember forever, and this has just been an incredibly special group of people, not only because of how talented and special they are, but just because of how dedicated and hardworking they are as members, as people, as musicians, and it just makes me feel like this is where I belong. This is really my second family with a PH. I got introduced to drum corps when I was really young, actually. My dad took me to my first DCI show in Murfreesboro when I was 4 years old. It was a really special moment, very eye-opening, and ever since that first show, we've gone to that same show every single year ever since.
Drum corps has always kind of existed in some way or form in my life. A lot of my directors in high school and middle school were affiliated with it in some way. Some of them actually with the Phantom Regiment, which was a pretty cool connection.
In 2019, I went to the summer symposium held at Ball State University, and I saw Phantom Regiment. And after the show, I ran into one of their drum majors, and he was kind enough, I wish I remembered his name, but he was kind enough to speak with me and take a picture with me. And I remember just being awestruck that he had taken the time to talk to me, and I sent a picture to my mom, and I went home and I looked up every video of Phantom Regiment that I could find. And so I discovered the 2008 show, 2011, some of the really iconic ones. And with the 2011 show, the closer was Elsa's Procession to the Cathedral, which is also our core song, and I was infatuated when I heard that. I would rewind it on my TV, on the YouTube app over and over. And that was the first piece of music that I remember making me cry. And so from then on out, I was determined that this was something I was gonna do, and I was in love with Phantom, and I'm here now, and it's a dream.
I knew this drum corps has been on the uprising for a really long time, and I wanted to be a part of the growth of this drum corps because I want to be a part of this corps' legacy, for sure.
The Battery is hungry. It's cool. There's always that kind of turning point in the season where things start to get a little bit more real. It's difficult to be able to see where scores are at, or be at all these shows with a lot of other incredibly talented groups and be wow, this is going to be tough. But I think there's a little bit of a different vibe here this year. I think people are seeing that all the hard work that we put in is starting to pay off, and as opposed to kind of resting on our laurels. It's okay, we're leaning forward in the chair and making some more stuff happen. So
with how hard our book is this year and with how demanding our drill is, it's really exciting to see such a really talented group of hardworking people just get after it all the time and be ready for the next new challenge and fight through any kind of adversity that we've dealt with all season.
This part of tour, I think it might be my favorite part, honestly. I don't like that it's nearing the end and that I'm close to aging out. That's the only, I guess, downside and upside. You are definitely exhausted, but the adrenaline and the raw emotion is incredible, and I think that's perfect for the show and what the show is calling for too, and it keeps it raw and natural every single time that we perform. I think I'm really excited for when that switch flips in these last few weeks, and we are truly just like within each other, we all know that this is undeniable, and what we're bringing to the table is undeniable.
We're really excited to really try and perfect our product that we have as much as we possibly can. We've been having an incredibly strong push towards this kind of middle of the season road. We had a strong run in San Antonio. We are really excited that every single show we think we've had a much better run than the previous show, and the amount of growth that we're seeing between show to show is really something special. It's really special to be a part of such a hungry and dedicated group of people that are really trying to get this product as perfect as it possibly can. So.